And we are back. You are listening to the Matt McDonald Show, and I am the Matt McDonald on 91.3 FM KMSA. Oh. And that voice is the Nicholas Van Patten of the Matt McDonald Show. Wow, that's creepy. Okay, so
all this devil worship and 10 most haunted spots in the U.S.
And the haunting, I know. I don't know. I was in a dark place this morning, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, here's some stuff to lighten things up on our way out of this robust experience that is offered here at KMSA, thanks to our good advisor, Regis Tucci. You know, the things that we do here at KMSA and our involvement in KMSA, Nick, I mean, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Regis Tucci.
Likewise. I would be a mass comm major.
Yeah, I can't imagine this station going forward with a different advisor other than Regis Tucci. Can you?
Absolutely agree.
It wouldn't be the same.
Not at all.
It wouldn't be right. You know, Nick, if you love something dearly and somebody tries to take it away, what do? You don't let that happen.
Right.
And if you see it happening, you sure get involved, don't you?
You absolutely do.
That's what we're doing. We're getting involved. Well, I don't like the idea of I mean, it's mean. It's just mean-spirited. Taking away, you know, Regis loves this radio station. He does. You can see it and hear it in everything that he does. And for somebody to take this away from him, it's bullyish.
It is.
It's immature. It's ungrounded. There are no grounds for it. He hasn't done anything wrong. So, you know, I don't feel comfortable just letting them take this away from him. Do you?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
So we're going to fight that.
And I'm sure many of the throng. Let's get some feedback.
Yeah, if you've had an experience with Regis Tucci, one thing you know about Regis is that he loves broadcasting and loves KMSA and would never do anything to put KMSA in a bad light. In fact, he's always doing things and presenting ideas to us to make KMSA better. Whether, you know, he helped us establish the CMU chapter of KMSA alumni, or the KMSA chapter of the CMU Alumni Foundation. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a big deal. He also gave us a lot of good ideas for those charitable fashion shows we did.
Absolutely.
You know,
basically, without his input,
this station
none of this wouldn't.
No, none of it. None of it. You know, and obviously, you know, I like to take some of the credit as executive staff. But again, you know, we were all kind of brought together by the general manager and Regis Tucci.
Absolutely.
Lucas Case and Regis Tucci. Those two right there. That's when I think about KMSA, I think about those two. And if you're going to remove a faculty advisor, you should have another faculty member actually lined up, not some Joe off the street. So, yeah, just my 10 cents, you know, 2 cents maybe on a ridiculous proposal that nobody is happy with, nor will anyone allow to just happen quietly.
Right.
It won't.
Nope.
So stay tuned for more of that throng, because we here at KMSA, we like our advisor. We don't need a new one. We've got what we need to succeed.
Well said, Matt.
No thanks, student life. We don't need it. You guys don't need to be running this station. We've got the control in the right hands. Appreciate you. First Amendment all the way. We're going to push into man fires into neighbor's home. Says he was just unloading his gun, Nick.
Does this guy need to own a gun, Matt?
Clearly he does not. This guy doesn't need to. No. Middletown, Pennsylvania. Police in Pennsylvania say a man accused of shooting a bullet through a neighbor's window told a judge he fired the gun because it was the only way he knew how to unload it.
Okay. That's logic. That's critical thinking right there.
Oh, wow. Middletown detective Patrick Nicastro. Man, they are trying to get me to trip up today, aren't they?
Yeah.
Tells the Bucks County Courier-Times that 31-year-old George Bird IV of Pendle at first denied being behind the shooting, but then acknowledged during his arraignment that he fired the weapon to clear the chamber because he was unfamiliar with guns. Authorities say Bird fired the gun early Friday afternoon into the suburban Philadelphia community. No one was injured. Bird is being held on a very large bond. No attorney is listed on the court papers. Preliminary hearing is scheduled for October 8th. Wow.
This guy practices awareness and mindfulness every day of his life, Matt.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Pew.
Wow.
Pew. That's horrible. It's not as horrible as trying to remove the faculty advisor of KMSA, though.
No, that doesn't even come close.
Not even close. Ungrounded, no grounds. Where is the truth? We'll find it. Hey, Nick, did you see this latest iPhone scandal, Ben Ghazi?
Well, I know that a certain Kelly has been talking about this quite a bit, correct?
Oh, and we'd all be happy. You know what? She got her iPhone 6 Plus and is no longer talking about it. So I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
I don't get the fascination behind it. I really don't. Like, I'm a huge tech nerd. I love it. I'm always into new technology, but with phones and whatnot, it's just, nah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, people are always after Apple to find a way to say, ha ha ha, ha ha ha,
right,
ha ha, we told you.
Yep.
And it just seems like they're willing to go to ridiculous lengths. And that's kind of what's going on here. Here's a news flash for you, world, Mesa County. If you bend your iPhone, it will bend. Weird, huh?
That's really strange how that works.
Well, you know, everybody knows for a while now the majority of the iPhone is aluminum, which is what they make cans out of, and cans bend, right?
They sure do.
Weird. So when you bend an item that's made out of aluminum and it stays bent, why?
Physics and stuff.
Gosh, I mean, this just seems kind of silly. Yeah, there was a report that a guy was saying that he claimed that he had just been dancing or sitting with this thing in his front pocket and it bent. I think this guy was like at a wedding reception. I think he got hammered and his phone bent and he doesn't want to admit
broke
that
a drum
he's an
set.
idiot. Yeah, broke a drum set. The flying drum set of doom.
Yep.
From Nicholas Van Patten's apartment. Maybe that's the Jersey Devil.
Hey.
The winged creature.
Whoa. It's that corner in my
flying around the blue hole. This is great. Nick, you and I are going to listen to this episode again and laugh uncontrollably.
I know.
I can feel it now.
Yep. Gosh.
So this is basically, earlier this week, there was this big deal about the iPhone 6 Plus bending. And yeah, sure enough, if you bend it, it'll be bent. Right. Common sense here. They had the problem with iPhone 4 with antenna gate. If you held the phone upside down while in a gyroscope, sipping sarsaparilla, then your reception might be bad.
Oh.
While standing next to a radio transmitter.
Oh. Meanwhile, in Africa.
Right. This is just ridiculous.
This is
so let
stupid.
it go, Android people.
Yep.
But you know what I do love, Nick? Is down here at the bottom. There's a new Apple product.
Apple Pants.
That's right. You should turn the music down. We can listen to this.
Apple Pants.
It's kind of light.
Going on here?
I like it. I like this.
I mean, okay. I'm not.
Here's a solution to Benghazi.
To Benghazi.
Yeah. You just buy these pants. That's what you do. You got an ad. So
sponsored message.
You got to love when that happens. I couldn't.
Ad block 101.
Right.
That's what needs to happen here.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long day. I mean, I had all the haunted stuff going on and the Church of Satan. Okay, here we go.
Apple Pants.
Eventually.
Allison. Hi, Allison.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
We've designed a range of products so personal, you don't put them on...
I'm going to let this buffer. Just so everyone knows, Wi-Fi here sucks.
That's what's doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? We can disregard that. Either way, Apple Pants, you can Google it. Right, Nick?
Yeah, you can. So tell me, I mean, you can't bring it up and then...
Well, I just want to... I think it's a good solution.
Okay.
What it is, basically, is it's a pair of pants with a cargo pocket up by the waist. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously?
But
that's the whole point of all this.
They aren't actually Apple Pants.
Okay.
It's a parody.
Spoof.
It's
Okay.
a spoof.
All right.
So that was a big scandal this week, and my take on this thing. Technology is a lot like religion. Everybody likes what they like. Now, when you're liking something goes a step further to make
extreme.
other people feel bad about what they like,
Yeah.
then it's not right. It's just like religion. It really is to me. So I'm a big Apple person. I don't get my feelings hurt. I do tell my girlfriend all the time that I have a superior phone, just because I know it irks her a little bit, and she doesn't care for Apple much. So, but I do, and it's just one of those things. I wouldn't expect someone else to go with it. I mean, it's like religion, barbecue.
Yep.
Don't make other people feel bad.
I made the switch a year ago.
To a smartphone.
Well, not only that, but more specifically
to Apple. Oh, right.
Got
Well,
my
yeah, you
MacBook
and
Pro.
I. Right. I mean, I all my content comes up on my MacBook Air. Every show.
Right.
I use that and I love my MacBook, and I think you like yours too, right?
Love it.
Love it, right?
Oh, man.
Right, and the things that
Incredible.
we do in the communication field, I mean, this is the tool that you want. This is what you want to have. So whether or not your phone is Apple or not, in some spot, us mass comm guys, we got a thing for Apple. And yeah, you can do this stuff on the PC, but it's
Apple
so slow. Yeah, apple pie. Yeah, how about that? All right, so that's Benghazi. Now, the other big thing this week, which most of the fellows that I served in Iraq with kind of came to are of the same view on this thing as I am. Combat veterans, all of them, and they all got on my Facebook and said, "Hey, yeah, we agree with you." President Obama criticized for latte salute while stepping off Marine One. Did you see this at all?
I looked at it.
He saluted with a coffee cup in his hand, and now the uber radicals on the right side of things, and I don't mean that to. I think there's plenty of conservatives with great things to offer. I do. My lieutenant the first time around in Iraq, he is not an Obama supporter, and most of the veterans I know do not care for the president. However, they all kind of feel like I do that this is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
This is
the
petty.
most important question here, Matt, is: was it Starbucks?
It probably was. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's got. Yeah, no, good call. It should have been roasted.
Yeah,
He should get
seriously,
roasted
Yeah,
in Marine One. He should.
absolutely.
I mean, that's my favorite place to get coffee. And sandwiches.
Oh,
There's those.
are they open today?
Oh, they are. Glad you asked. So, this latte salute, it has a bunch of civilians, mind you, people that haven't served in the military, and a few people that have served, just outraged because it's disrespectful. Which, you know what? The president's a civilian. Sorry, most of the time he's a civilian. He's not. They don't send him through salute class 101.
Right.
They don't make him serve in the military before he takes office. This is something he may not know how to do. Now look at some of these tweets. It's ridiculous. Just saw the latte salute. Mr. President, put down the damn coffee cup. Or, when trying to lead a coalition, show the world you respect the military. You know what this is? And then, wow.
Wow, yeah.
There is some really, but then, President Bush, W, was saluting with a dog in his face. I mean, so.
It's a little more, I would say,
It's
he's got a poochie. I mean,
but he's got
right?
there's a dog hand over. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
The point is this: the man deserves criticism for his acts in office, not this stuff.
Right.
Not this stuff. And
Did you see him hawk a loogie after he got off that plane? Ugh.
it's ridiculous saying that he doesn't respect the troops or respect anybody because he can't render a proper salute. At least he thought to do it. It's kind of my thing. And of all the things to be concerned with, Nick, really?
Meanwhile, in Africa.
Again, meanwhile in Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, outside of Aurora.
Yep.
Meanwhile, in Florida. I mean, really, this is just petty. And it has nothing to do with respect. He thought to do it. It was, and maybe this was his team thinking this would be good press for him or something. Whatever.
Yeah.
This is not a thing. This is just not a thing. To say he doesn't respect, come on. I would challenge you to find any of your civilian family members that can render proper salutes without a coffee cup in their hand. Because I guarantee you they can't. Most of them can't. And most of the people whining and moaning about this are people that can't.
They're sitting at home with their Starbucks going,
Oh, yeah, exactly. This is not about disrespect. This is about a very busy man getting out of his helicopter and not being able to do anything without a picture being taken. He's the president.
Yeah.
I don't care for the job he's done, but you know what? I'm not going to... This is splitting it. This is just petty.
Yep.
It's petty. I'm glad it's over. I think again, most of the veterans I know were kind of over this. I mean, this is ridiculous. So, there you have it, Throng. Mesa County World. Episode 67. We had haunted places and
drunk moose.
a guy with a gun that doesn't know how to operate it.
Yeah.
There was some good stuff in there, Nick.
Free Regis.
Free Regis. Free Regis, free KMSA. Throng, I want to thank you for listening and supporting college radio as you always do. 91.3 FM KMSA is well, I had nothing lined up there. I was all lined up to do something cool there. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Absolutely awesome.
Isn't it?
It's a genuine experience.
Isn't it? Well, hey, fall is here, Mesa County. Get out there and do what makes you great.
Opinions expressed on the Matt McDonald Show are just that, opinions. They do not necessarily represent KMSA or Colorado Mesa University.
Matt McDonald.